Alright, so hello everyone and welcome to this new career mode on my channel. I've decided to revive the F1 2016 career mode that kind of dropped off my channel a few months ago. But anyway, I'm back here and this time there's a little bit of a twist. We are going to be driving as Jaime Alguersuari, a Formula 1 driver, on his return to F1 in 2016, driving once again for Scuderia Toro Rosso and trying to get that promotion that I think that he deserved, to be honest. Our first actual runs in the STR 11, I do believe this Toro Rosso is called, were in practice 1 with the track acclimatization program that we actually fully aced, and that's actually the first time that I've ever done that on this game. And afterwards we just went for a few laps trying to figure out the setup a little bit more. I mean, I already had a setup for Australia, but then I tried to kind of tweak it to the STR12's kind of behaviour that I felt in those few laps, and that went down well. So let's get into practice 2 now. In FP2 we prioritised the tyre wear program. I'm actually not quite sure what the exact name of this program is, practice program, but I do think it is the tyre wear program. Anyway, it doesn't really matter, the name doesn't really matter. We actually went on to fully ace it, except that we didn't because our last lap was only good enough for green. So 6 purple laps and 1 green one. And a funny fact here, we actually went on to top the timesheets in FP2. Finally, in our last practice session at FP3, we did the qualifying program and we actually fully aced that, so that was really awesome to do, and we actually came 11th in the end. Anyway, let's get into qualifying. Qualifying got off to a terrible start for us in terms of our future, as we actually got in the way of Max Verstappen. Yes, the guy in the senior team to Toro Rosso, and he was actually on a flying lap, so that really won't help out our our standing within Toro Rosso and Red Bull.
What the f is he doing? Seriously, it's incredible. Seriously, what is he doing?
However, despite our best efforts, our 1:27.3 was not enough to send us into Q2, and we were the last person to get knocked out in Q1. However, without further ado, let's get into the race.
She just wants to be beautiful, she goes unnoticed, she knows no limits, she craves attention, she praises an image she prays to be sculpted by the sculptor. Oh, she don't see the light that's shining deeper than the eyes can find it. Maybe we're made of blind souls.
So here we are on the grid for our first ever Grand Prix. We go away for the formation lap. We've got Jolyon Palmer next to us, Carlos Sainz, our teammate, in front of us, and Rio Haryanto not right behind us, to the right and behind us. So we go up to our grid slot P17 for this race. Carlos Sainz P15 ahead of us, like I mentioned before, but now we count up the lights. It's 4 lights, it's 5 lights, and it's lights out, and away we go for this new career mode from P17. Rio Haryanto starts to pressure us, and we actually have a little bit of contact on the rundown into the first corner. Rio Haryanto storms up the inside of us into the first corner, so we drop to P19, but we get an amazing run around the outside, and we actually make up 3 positions, so we're up into P16, and now we come into turn number 3 or turn number 2, I'm not sure what corner it is, but we dive bomb Carlos Sainz and Nico Hülkenberg, and we also hit the back of Kimi Räikkönen before trying to go around the outside of him, but that does not work, and we drop those positions that we gained on Carlos Sainz and Nico Hülkenberg, but we regained them yet again on the run into this corner. Not sure what it is. We dive bomb Kimi Räikkönen and Esteban Gutierrez, and we just about have the traction to get ahead of the Mexican in the Haas. So P12 on lap 1 from P17 on the grid, but we go later on to lap 1 onto the start of lap 2, and Kimi Räikkönen is pressuring us around the outside into turn 1, but we just about muscle him out of room, and it's hard but fair racing in my opinion, but Kimi Räikkönen won't give up there. We go to the inside to defend from the Iceman's attack, and yet again we defend just as firmly as we did before, so we keep P12 in this Australian Grand Prix. We're running a very attacking strategy. We're going medium soft and super soft at the end, but Kimi Räikkönen is trying to make another move from the outside of us into this high-speed chicane. It doesn't really work out for the Finn, although he does get a much better run through the second part of the chicane, and he will try to go around the outside of us, but we're much there on the brakes, and yet again we slam the door shut on the Ferrari. We skip forward a lap now onto lap number 3, and Kimi Räikkönen once again pressuring us around the outside of this chicane. We push him right up the wall, and then we brake much later than the Iceman, although that does compromise our run through the second part of the chicane, although it does look like Kimi can't really capitalize on that enough to try and make a move into the corner that we just went through. That 90-degree right-hander that is actually a pretty popular overtaking spot for the AI, so we're gonna have to look out for that later on in the race, although we do go very wide through the second last corner, and putting it up into Rich Mix onto the front straight. Kimi Räikkönen is once again tries to go to our inside. We go to the inside, and then he's just pretty much pushing us down the straight. We move to the outside, and he does as well, so I guess we are kind of blocking him, although we were just returning to the racing line. Kimi Räikkönen once again tries to go to our inside. We keep him there, trying to give him as shallow a line as possible, and we just about manage to fend that Ferrari off. So immediately right off the bat we are showing what we are worth in this STR11, fending off the 2007 F1 World Champion in our first ever F1 race. So you know that is pretty good. I don't think many people have I don't think many people can put that on their CV, but yet again Kimi Räikkönen will try and overtake us into this high-speed chicane, although we do go from the outside to the inside, so we kind of do block Kimi a little bit, and he definitely will not be happy with that. And once again he tries to make a move into this 90 degree right-hander, but he just goes straight into the back of us, and that does happen a lot with the AI on this game. They're just not fast enough to change their they're just not fast enough in their change of direction, it looks like. But on to the front straight on lap 4, going on to lap 5 now as we go across the start finish straight. We go to the inside, Kimi Räikkönen around our outside into the first corner, and we muscle him out yet again out onto the grass. Very good defensive driving from. We go into lap 5 now, and Kimi Räikkönen is trying to go around our outside. Once again we squeeze him all the way up the wall, and then we brake very late, muscling the Finn out of room and buying ourselves some time. We are P12, but as we come on to start lap 6, Kimi Räikkönen once again goes on attack, and there's a car coming out of the pits. It's Nico Rosberg from the heavy heights of the top 3, I do believe. So he's in P10, so quite a large drop, but we dive a move up his inner side, and that allows Kimi Räikkönen to try and overtake him. He doesn't quite get the move off, unfortunately for him, and Nico Rosberg stays ahead. No, he doesn't. Kimi Raikkonen goes up into 11th place, so that's also going to buy us some time with those two battling. But on the next lap, now on the next lap, Nico Rosberg passes us into turn 1, and we don't really retaliate. We know that he is faster, so we're just going to let him by. He's also on new tyres, and he's pretty much in a completely different race to us. A whole pit stop. Oh, pardon me. A whole pit stop length in front of us. So we just need to concentrate on Kimi Raikkonen and also the slow guys behind him. Kimi Raikkonen looking very feisty as we come into this corner. We actually lock wheels, and as Kimi Raikkonen rejoins the track, he actually clatters Esteban Gutierrez there, and that is unfortunate for both of them. So as you can see, Kimi Raikkonen just rejoins very, very unsafely, and that just makes Gutierrez run into the back of him. Very unfortunate for Gutierrez. Unfortunately, from lap 7 onwards, nothing actually recorded, and I'm actually really disappointed with that, because it was a very exciting race right at the end. It actually went all the way down to the wire between myself, Carlos Sainz, Felipe Massa, and Kimi Raikkonen. And on the last lap, we were in P8. And Carlos Sainz was in P11. Bottas and Raikkonen got a great run on us out of the high-speed chicane, and they actually both collided, and they actually both collided and span right in front of me, and I got a orange front wing from that, and that allowed Carlos Sainz to just pick up the pieces into I can't speak English. That allowed Carlos Sainz to just pick up the pieces and go from P11 to P8, but Sainz had a illegal overtake. Sainz had a penalty for ignoring yellow flags on the final lap, so that promoted us from P9 to P8. It was a very exciting race, and I'm really disappointed that it didn't record. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this first episode of Career Mode. It's slightly shorter than slightly shorter than what I want this Career Mode to be, but I guess that's good for a first episode. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.